Hello and welcome to another Overlord lore video, and today we are going to take a look at the invasion of Re-Estize by the undead legions of the Sorcerer Kingdom. What's actually happening, what the plan is, and how all of it is going. But before we're going to take a closer look at all of this, let me thank my Patreons for supporting this channel. Furthermore, I say thanks to all users of the YouTube thanks function who made one-time donations. Also please check out my fantasy channel. Now, with all of that said, let's start with the brilliant ruse that the Sorcerer Kingdom pulled off. While it was in the anime and explicitly explained with the map, I somehow feel that I need to reiterate that Albedo lied to the king. She told king and court that the Sorcerer Kingdom would attack in 1 month, that no apocalyptic spells are going to be used, and that they have still time to prepare. But this was a lie. Immediately after the declaration of war, the invasion of the Sorcerer Kingdom began, and it had been focused on the border regions first. See, Albedo wanted to tell those in power that there's a month time to prepare for war or to make an escape, while in truth the Sorcerer Kingdom sealed off all escape routes immediately and began encircling the capital city of the kingdom, which is also named Re-Estize, by sending undead forces through the more remote parts of the nation. And you can see this illustrated during the Battle of E-Naüru. The undead troops were advancing from the Analysing mountains after they had stuck to it for the entire advance up north, and it's great that the anime kept the details and conveyed the strategy simply by showing instead of telling. Now, with all of that said, I also have to tell you how the armies of the Sorcerer King advanced specifically. While the main force was stationed in Irantel, the capital city of the Sorcerer Kingdom, Death Knights and other middle-tier undead were advancing. They always encircled towns, cities, villages, and even lonely settlements, hermits and travelers, before attacking, thus ensuring that no one could escape the wrath of the Sorcerer King and that no information could leak out. Starting from the weakest settlements, the Death Knights would completely destroy any human life in them, creating squire zombies in the process. And we have seen this process in the very first season, when Ainz's Death Knight killed the dressed up Sunlight Scripture members, who then turned into these squire zombies. But the reason Ainz wanted them to be cleaned up as soon as possible is that these squire zombies, who are level 17 by the way, and therefore much stronger than most things in the entire new world, and most certainly stronger than the average peasant soldier of Re-Estize, can create normal zombies by killing other living things, but this time in an unlimited number. Therefore, one Death Knight, once he started killing and turning men into squire zombies, can rise an army of normal zombies fairly quickly, even though the numbers of squire zombies are limited. That's also how the relatively small undead force the Sorcerer Kingdom commanded could create such an enormous sort of undead, while still keeping enough undead at home for the production of crops and the mining of ores or construction. And due to the fact that all it takes are a couple of Death Knights to attack the surrounding villages of a city, encircling larger settlements was fairly easy, and therefore the remote regions were attacked, their population slaughtered and turned into zombies, all without the people in the capital city realizing that the invasion has already begun, because no eyewitness were able to reach the capital city, and even if they would have, then they would only see a Death Knight or a Death Warrior marching through the land. They wouldn't know that one Death Knight is all it takes to raise an army of normal zombies. And of course, these middle tier undead were furthermore supported by the Floor Guardians and other troops of the Sorcerer King. All in all, it's an extremely smart and extremely brutal plan that ensures that by the time other nations could have sent support, capable of at least annoying Death Knights and Death Warriors, most of the nation will have already been destroyed and its population killed, with a firm defense established at the more vulnerable border region. The Sorcerer Kingdom was able to turn Re-Estize's favorable geography against itself, and made it into a trap. And I explained all of this in even greater detail in my first videos covering the invasion. Link to it is down in the description. But I feel that I really should hammer home that the Death Knights and of course variants of it like the Death Warrior and its powerful mechanics that were introduced all the way back in Season 1, half a decade ago, are not only still relevant but a key element in this war of annihilation. And by the way, the tactic Ainz now uses is similar to the tactic that the Theocracy had used to torch the villages of Re-Estize and made sure that no one escapes. Ironic, especially if the anime has kept in the scene that will show Ainz's introduction. If not, I will cover it in greater detail later after the 10th episode of Season 4 has dropped, simply because it is so vital to the understanding of the wider plot, but I'm still hoping it is in episode 10. And with that said, this is pretty much it. And I say thank you very much for watching and special thanks to Bad Guy Ye, Bad Burtu 316, Beezer, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Duckwagon, Dystopia II, Feral Shivan, Enigmatic Unicorn, Guy with That Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, Chromius, J. Morris, Kylar, Legendarius, Lelouch Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Merovec, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Normal Toad, O'Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pantum, Personage, Primus 11, Cune Caracos P, Shagox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss Rocket Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito 27, Venger Fanatic, Wilhelm and Zonegon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day and I hope to see you all again soon under my next video.